Okay, so this next frequently asked question is something that we hear on the phone all the time, so it's a frequently asked question. And that is, how much time does my dog spend when my dog's doing a board and train? How much time does my dog spend actually training? And I know I've heard stories from clients or clients that have worked with other trainers or any other situation where they're worried that maybe their dog is one of too many dogs, so they're not getting enough time out and they're not sure how much training is actually going on. So it's a really good question to ask because your dog's going to be staying with us for 2 weeks or more, so it's good to know what does it look like, how much training is actually being done.
Yes. Let's hope I have a good answer for it.
Because it's frequently asked.
Because it's frequently asked. Okay, so good question. So the way we start off every day is with a structured walk. A structured walk is like 35, 45 minutes, and it is just that. It's a structured walk.
A training walk, really. So it's
so if maybe I should define what structured walk is. And structured walk is a training walk. That's where your dog learns how to heel on leash, how your dog learns to deal with distractions if he's got reactivity issues or triggers around kids, bikes, joggers, buses, anything like that. We're going to start to work your dog around those issues. Most people that show up here have some issues with the walk, so that's a big part of the training portion, is making sure that the walk is really sewn up. So we start off every day like that and making sure that that is indeed getting really good focus, really good progress, because if you guys have studied our videos, you know that the walk affects what happens inside as well. So it doesn't happen just in a vacuum, right? So we start the day with the walk. Almost said the vacuum. We start the day with the walk, and then your dog will get a little downtime after the walk, a little time to just chill out back in the crate, maybe a little supervised time in the backyard, and then from there we'll start the actual training session of the day, depending on where your dog fits in the slot of the day. We only have 4 dogs, so it's a fairly small, time frame, but your dog will get out from an hour and a half to 2 hours every single day, and that means that your dog will be doing whatever in our arc of training. That hour and a half to 2 hours will be working your dog through the program, right? And that doesn't mean that your dog is working constantly for 2 hours. That would be craziness. So what we do is we mix a little bit of training and then a little bit of duration work or downtime. So they're building up all sorts of impulse control and extra skill sets rather than just being put away in the crate. So they're learning how to be calm, relaxed, practice impulse control around my dogs and Laura's dogs and any other distractions that we'll be bringing to the training situation. And then we'll be slowly working your dog through all that arc of training from, sit, down, place, recall, all of that good stuff. The amount of progress that your dog can make in that amount of time is amazing. And dogs also have a lot of limitations about how much they can learn without being overwhelmed. So you really have to strike that balance between teaching and giving them process time, teaching and giving them process time. So you don't want your dog training for 8 hours a day. That would kill them. You want your dog's training, learning, absorbing, processing, and then having some time just to kind of chill out.
Soak time, really.
Soak time, yeah.
But the reality is that your dog is working all day long. So
what she said.
When your dog goes in the crate, when we say crate time, that's not just put him away in the crate and let him bark and growl at other dogs or act a fool or whine or pace or do. He has to be calm in the crate, and that's training. That doesn't just walk into our door ever. So we gotta work on training that as well.
Yeah.
We gotta work on anytime your dog goes in and out of a door, just not being impulsive about it. The way that your dog plays with other dogs, if that's a situation that we're feel comfortable with your dog, the way that your dog plays with other dogs, the way that your dog socializes, the way that your dog may even just be with us, just in more of a light, casual situation, not just a training situation. Every little moment, if your dog has car issues, we might take him for a little ride. We take him to the park and we work park stuff. All these little things are such tiny little moments that at home, you as a teacher, doctor, lawyer, whatever you do, you may not be able to do it, but us as dog trainers, we see all those little moments, and that's where we shore everything up, and that's what makes the board and train so important, is it's not just the active training time, it's all the other
It's
little moments.
life. It's the whole enchilada.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a great point. So training really does happen 24/7 in
Yeah.
the board and train, and there's a lot of moments that are not specific training moments of
Yeah.
training any behavior, where we'll see some of the most profound changes in your dog's attitude and behavior by addressing being quiet in the crate, or coming in and out of thresholds, or waiting for food, or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a really great point, and together with that kind of 24/7 approach, and then having the structured day that I shared with you, you really get a ton of value, and you get a ton of learning and progress in a fairly short amount of time.